What is good, my peeps? It's your boy, the Ruckus, back at you again, this time with a dual channel review. Yeah, that's right. You can see this review here on my primary channel if this is where you're watching, or hopefully you'll also be looking at this on my other channel, GI Reviews with the Ruckus. Preferably look at the video twice. Look at it on my primary and then move over to GI Reviews and subscribe to that and give the video another like. Build me up. Help a brother out. Anyway, what we got going on today is a deluxe set from G.I. Joe Classified series. You see it right there in front of you. We have Snow Job. And yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a very nice one. You see the action figure artwork there on our left side there, looking very, very nice. Snow Job is doing his thing in the snow. There's a military vehicle off in the background, and way off in the background to our left, there's a polar bear up there. Then right next to Snow Job, there is some artwork of the character, and above that, you see the banner that shows the very extensive loadout of Snow Job. He's got a lot of accessories. We will go over that. Top of the packaging, we've got the G.I. Joe Classified series logo. On one side, we have more of that same artwork, and this is number 67 in the line. The other side, we have that same number, 67, that same artwork that's in the back. And we have a QR code for which, no idea. And of course, 4 icons basically signifying Snow Job's specialties. The rear of the packaging, we have a digital sketch of the figure as well as a measurement graph for how tall the figure is. In this case, Snow Job's pretty tall. He's 6.5 inches tall. And you see next to him that very prodigious loadout that I was speaking on. He's got plenty of gear there, plenty of gear. And then to the right of that, you could see a sketch of his head sculpt with the covering on the head. And there's another one below that showing the holster for his sidearm. To our left, there's the case, I call it. You can call it a casket, if you want, of where the figure is housed. And it's got that same artwork, only in black and white, of Snow Job. And on our left, this is a deluxe set. That's why the packaging is wider than the average, than the standard. And the same thing goes for the cardboard footlocker. You see that? It's got Snow Job's name on it. And now here's Snow Job himself, all loaded out. Yes, indeed. He basically is carrying almost everything on his person. The only things that he isn't housing, and I don't think he actually can, that would be his skis. As you can see right here, they're just basically molded in black, and the sections where his feet go, they're painted like a kind of a brown color. That's about the size of it as far as his loadout is concerned. He does have 2 other accessories that have nothing to do with him being able to carry on his person. One of them being his additional head sculpt, where he's not wearing anything over his hair, so you can see his red locks there. Pretty nice looking portrait. And because we have that head sculpt that's supposed to show with his hood down, we get this piece that you could put over his shoulders, showing that his hood is down. So once again, these 2 accessories have nothing to do with the actual loadout, so he gets grace on that. And here's our boy Snow Job on our rotating base, so you can see him in his fully loaded out glory. Yes, indeed, looking good. He's all in white, of course, so there's not much to talk about in terms of costume design, uniform design. He's in his snow gear. So as a result, this figure is one of the, shall we say, thicker figures in the line. He's got, he's brandishing his rifle. He's got his sidearm in his holster. And as far as his backpack is concerned, he's got a pair of whatever you call what assists with skiing, the handles, the sticks, whatever. I guess I'll figure that out in between segments, so that way when I come back, I'll have the right term for him. And there is a slot at the top of the backpack, and it's wide enough that the skis can fit in there, but the bottom of the backpack is not wide enough for them to go all the way through. So I'm at a loss for what that's for. Anyhow, that's what the loadout on Snow Job looks like. He's sporting his visors, which was part of the loadout. I already put it on him. Like I said, I've got him all loaded out, and we're going to take a closer look at that. Now taking a look at Snow Job a little bit closer up. You see he's got those visors on, like I said, and the removable hood, and you can pop the hood off and then slide that head out of the hood right there in the front, and either put on or take off his visors if you so desire. Going down, you see on that harness, he does have some silver paint on the buckle there, so that's cool. He's got his rifle there, sniper rifle. It's got sights. It has a removable, what am I trying to say? A removable magazine. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. As you can see right there. And you can just stick that back in. It kind of snaps into place. Turning to the side, you see his sidearm. It's in there snugly. That can, it's in there nice and snug. It doesn't want to come out. It's going to come out though. We will have it come out. There we go. So very snug. So you see it right there. Just molded in a flat black. I'm going to stick it right back in, just as snug as it was before. And now let's get to the business end, to the rear. This is the backpack. Give you that side view of it. Pretty extensive. He's got his snowshoes attached to the bottom, and they just peg right on in. They can come out like that. You see the pegs right there. You see the snowshoes just like that. And you can peg them in either side. There are slots for either side for them to be pegged in. He's got his, and I still haven't figured out what to call these. Guys, help me there in the comment section below. And he's got those, and there are pegs, there are clips, I should say, for them to fit on the inside of the backpack. And they go down nice and snug right there. Here's that slot I was talking about right there, and you would think that you could fit in the skis. That they fit more than enough space for them to fit there. But let me take the backpack off so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Down below, you see that hole? That hole is nowhere near big enough to accommodate the ski. You could even see that the ski is fatter than that slot there. And Snow Job wants to fall over because I had him balanced to accommodate his very weighty backpack. But yeah, you can get it in, but that's as far as it goes. And I refuse to believe he's supposed to walk around with his skis that far up. That makes zero sense. So yeah, that's a mystery to me what this slot is for. But other than that, I love the backpack. It's very, very nice. I'm going to leave it off because I want to remove the rifle. Get that rifle off. I had him holding it for a long time. The rifle was starting to warp in his hands. I have to do that hot water, cold water thing. And I want to go over the articulation, and then I'll change out the head. But like I said, he's a thicker figure because of the nature of his Arctic, his winter garb. But still pretty effective. He's got the neck, and of course with the hood, you can rotate the head. You can move the head back up that much because of the hood. You're not going to get too much more of that. We'll see how much he'll get when I have just the unhooded head. You can go down that far. You can get side to side. I believe his neck, yeah, his neck is on a dumbbell, so you get some nice movement there too. So that's why you got all that nice pivot. As far as his arms, you can get him into nice T-pose. Now we go this way, and of course you can do the 360, but we've got butterfly joints. This is a G.I. Joe figure, so he can draw back about that far. Let's see the clap test. I like to call it the clap test. They're never going to clap, but that's what we're striving for. This is pretty thick, and with the harness also impeding, this is about the closest you're going to get his arms to come together. So, of course, he's got the bicep swivel. He's got double jointed pinless elbows. Very nice. Rotating wrists, and it has the vertical hinge and trigger finger for the hands. As far as the right hand is concerned, this is also a vertical hinge, trigger finger, of course. Now here's cool, especially when you consider how thick this guy is. Let me move his arms back so I can do this properly. Torso, it's a diaphragm. He's got a diaphragm crunch, so he can go a little bit forward with that diaphragm crunch. He can go back that far. He can rock side to side because of the diaphragm crunch and turn left and right. But then he also has an inverted crunch, ab crunch, so he can get even more and a lot more going back, as you can see. And you can rotate left and right with that part as well. And he's got the drop down legs, even though they're being hidden by his snow jacket there. He could do the splits, Van Damme style for real. Of course, I'll get back like that. He can kick. Here's some limitation right there because of that jacket. He's not going to get a full 90 kicking forward. He can still kick back decently. Thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. We're getting to the point where we don't have to mention pinless, but I'll do it for a few more videos until we've got it ingrained in our head that that's what it is, that it's standard to be pinless. He can point his toe forward that far. Oh, that far. Very nice. He's got the ankle pivot, and you know what time it is if you're on the primary channel. Holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And now, as promised, we'll see what's up with that head change out. So you see it comes up. He's the neck is on a dumbbell, and you see that the neck itself has its own dumbbell. So you've got that. Set that to the side for now. There's Snow Job's head, and I'm going to attempt to squeeze his head out of there while on camera, and it's working. So there it is. That's the separate piece for the hoodie. Set the hoodie aside. There's Snow Job's head. I'm going to remove the goggles, and now you could see the head by itself. So you see he's got that beanie on for further Arctic protection, still sporting the Grizzly Adams red beard look. Once again, very nice portrait. Now to put on his additional head sculpt, of course we have to start off with the hood. It's supposed to be down, so you stick that on. Fits just like that. And then here's the other head with no beanie on it. See how we go. Oh, you snapped in pretty nice. And yeah, there you go. There's our guy. Snow job. No beanie, hoodie down. Here's what he looks like without the visor in his hoodie on and the beanie head. So, yep, you can sport him either way. It should be noted that you cannot use the visor with his unbeanied head with the full head of hair. The hair just makes it the head too big to accommodate the visor. So that's a point of note. I figured I'd go for a change of scenery, as you can see, and that's not the only thing that's changing here. While I was in between takes, I come to find out, well, duh, they're just simply called poles. That's it. As simple as that. Oh, and another thing that's a duh moment, and because I had Snow Job's rifle in his hands, and I'm sitting up there thinking about trying to be able to carry everything on his person. That's why I was thinking about the skis going in his backpack. But no, that slot is for his rifle. As you can see, I'll turn it so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's for his rifle. And you see, I've got his skis on. One of them is trying to come off. The skis are universal, so it doesn't matter which side you put them on. Just they peg into those holes in the back there, and yeah, just have him in some type of skiing pose, as you can see right there. And here's a shot of Snow Job with his snowshoes on, and yeah, very, very nice. Oh, and speaking of shoes, I discovered something else that I failed to check out when I went through his articulation. At the bottom where the pants meet the boots, you do have a swivel action going on down there too. So 2 additional points of articulation for our guy here, Snow Job. And since we are now building up our winter division of both G.I. Joe and Cobra, I mean, with when it comes to Cobra, we're talking about snow serpents and Arctic vipers and what you see here, Arctic bats. Yeah, it's getting real hectic. And then the wild thing that we have seemed to have forgotten is that all of this was kicked off by a figure that was very controversial in the first year of Classified, and that's the Arctic Storm Shadow. And since I mentioned him, I may as well bring him into the scene. We've got Arctic Storm Shadow here. Finally, only took about 3 years, but we now have a use for him. So to close this review out, I figured I'd put his skis back on so we could see you actually can have all of his accessories, obviously excluding the hoodie, the downed hoodie, and the extra head. But in terms of his gear, he is totally self-sufficient. If you put the skis on, technically he's he's fully efficient. You can put the rifle in his backpack, and he could be holding on to the pole. So yeah, everything that he comes with, he can carry on his person. So that's great. This is a great figure. Speaking of great, I'm loving it. Snow Job, he's a pretty sizable figure. He's 6.5 inches, so he's got nice height to him. And of course, with the Arctic gear on, he's a thicker figure as well. Comes with a bunch of accessories. He's got a pair of skis, a pair of snowshoes, a pair of poles. He's got a sniper rifle and a sidearm, not to mention the backpack that holds it all. And of course, he comes with an additional head sculpt and a hoodie, a downed hoodie accessory. The visor, which is removable, is also part of it, and adds to his look. So very, very nice figure. And yeah, our Arctic section of G.I. Joe is increasing. we're going to get these snow serpents soon, so that'll be something else. I mean, that's a lot of bad guys for Snow Job to go it alone by himself as the only Arctic cat around. But hey, we'll get around to getting more people to surround him with, and I mean teammates, not to be flanked by enemies. Anyway, speaking of friends and enemies, this is going out to you guys, my friends. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and go on over to the other channel. This is a dual channel review, both here on the Ruckus and on GI Reviews with the Ruckus. If you're looking at it over there, definitely subscribe and like the videos over there. Liking the videos definitely helps. Doesn't require much. Just go down there and hit that like button. That's what tells YouTube that people are watching and enjoying the videos, and they will recommend it to others, and then they'll come. So help a brother out, would you? And hit the notification bell if you want to be notified for more videos, if you do like what I'm putting out there. And let me know what's going on in the comments below. If you have any questions or concerns, critiques, whatever, let me know. And yeah, I'll definitely take all of that into consideration. And yeah, that's going to do it for this review. Because this is a dual review, I will not end it the way how I normally, which would be that's how it gets done. Because that is how it gets done, but we're not doing it that way. We're going to do it this way. Thank you guys for rocking with me, and take care.